Watching movies and dying inside. Watching movies and dying.
Hi there, gang. Welcome back to Watching Movies and Dying Inside. Today we're looking at 1980's Smokey and the Bandit II, directed by Hal Needham. Despite the fact I watched the first Smokey and the Bandit film a while back, I still feel like I remember most of the film pretty well. It was Burt Reynolds as the bandit, transporting beer with his buddy for Big Enos and Little Enos. And they meet Sally Field, and they run afoul of Sheriff Buford T Justice, played by Jackie Gleeson, who is the Smokey. It was an excuse for Burt Reynolds to be charming and charismatic, and for cars to just drive really, really fast, I guess. I expect the sequel is going to be more of the same. You know, in spite of the fact the first film was kind of light and fluffy, I enjoyed it well enough. But without further ado, let's dive on in and hope for the best.
Watching movies and dying inside.
That's kind of funny. Wow. Oh, that was... Ew.
This bullshit has got to stop.
Do you know you are my sunshine? She acts so sweet and tenderly.
1444. Son, come on.
Oh, little Enos. He's incorrigible. Terry Bradshaw and Mean Joe Green are in this. I'm a little embarrassed to admit that I mostly know them from Terry Bradshaw's various post-football career media appearances, and Mean Joe Green because he was in that one Coke commercial. I think it was a Coke commercial.
There's one thing bothers us. Weird talk of the bandit slipping.
Now, may I tell you boys something? He is in better shape now than he's ever been in his life. Trust me.
I had a feeling when he said that we were going to see that he wasn't in the best shape of his life. Yeah, I'm sure he'll get back on his feet in no time.
Come here. $200,000. But you've got to be straight for 2 minutes. You understand? 2 minutes. That's all I need.
You want a picture of me? They're only 50 cents a piece.
I mean, it's a nice picture.
I don't need anybody.
I hope Bandit sobers up soon because it's kind of a bummer seeing him like this.
Junior, do you love me?
Sure, Carrie.
When I get back, I'll have enough money to buy you that brand new milking machine you want.
Oh, good. And maybe someday we can buy a cow.
Right.
So, Sally Field is leaving Buford T. Justice's son at the altar a second time to run off with the bandit. I don't know why they are redoing that storyline. She's going with Bandit and his buddy Cletus to transport the package for Enos, although I don't know why they need her. So I guess they're getting Bandit in shape so he can drive his truck better? Or maybe it's to help him sober up? I suspect it's really so they can have a wacky montage of him doing different sports and activities. No, like here he is racing horses.
And I'd rather just have your autograph.
As opposed to what?
Ripping your clothes off. I've seen you with your clothes off, remember? It ain't no big deal. Dee-dee-dee-dee.
Well, I just checked my records, and that crate's quarantined for another 3 weeks.
We have to have that crate in Texas in 3 days.
I suppose you can just take the crate.
Ah, great.
But it's just that you'll have to leave what's in it here for 3 weeks.
They're taking that crate. Feel kind of bad for that security guard because they're taking the crate. Okay, so the crate contained an elephant. How long was... That elephant was in the crate for at least 5 days because they had 9 days to move it. No, 6 days because they have 3 days left. So that elephant was just in the crate for like 6 days, at least.
Come on, get in your house. Good girl, that's a girl.
And the elephant's name is Charlotte, apparently. I don't know how they knew that, but that's the elephant's name. Whoa! Why did they do that? And why is Buford T. Justice after Bandit? And how did he know where to find him?
Hi, Bandit. Hi, Frog.
Hi, Terry.
Hey, I need a favor.
You always do.
Yeah.
So Bandit is on a first-name basis with Terry Bradshaw. And Mean Joe Green just flipped over that car.
And as soon as they stop,
Somehow we could get a hold of a vet.
A fat chance of that out here.
I don't think they gave the elephant any food or water, and it's gotta get extremely hot in that truck.
Howdy. Buongiorno.
You a doctor?
Not yet, but I'm working on it. I got my green card. My name is Dottore Federico Carlucci, but you can call me Doc. Stay.
And here's Dom DeLuise doing some shtick. Not that that's even remotely a problem.
Please, I got one customer, Anna Maria Teresa. We call her Tutan Tessie. She's built like a brick. Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Oh! Oh!
That's, kind of horrifying.
hang on, Junior.
Daddy, the bridge.
I can make that easily.
So, okay.
Hey, Frog, Bandit, Charlotte's sick.
Charlotte's sick. Let's go.
This isn't as good as the first one. I mean, the first film wasn't really great. The story was kind of weak, but it was more about the driving and the stunts, and of course, Burt Reynolds' charm. But there's been very little driving, and it's repeating a lot of the same story beats, just not as well, and a lot of the shtick isn't really working. It's just kind of redoing the first film, but not improving on it at all. Why did that thing explode? They hit a few pieces of wood driving under the roller coaster, and the whole thing collapsed. I don't think you can blame him for that. That thing was falling apart.
You wouldn't be the guy they call the Bandit, would you?
The one and only.
If I was making a list of the great animals of the 20th century, you'd be in the top 5.
He's not wrong. The Bandit is not a great guy. Runs afoul of the law, causes trouble, property damage. A terrible romantic partner. Kind of refreshing that someone's calling him out. Because sure, he's cool and charming. Yeah, not a great guy.
Well, maybe we need to get her off her feet.
Exactly. In there, she bounds around too much in danger.
She just wants a little attention, that's all. We'll load her up on the truck and we'll get going. Come on, let's go.
This is what that guy was talking about.
Don't you understand English? He said you can't be bouncing around. She's going to have a baby.
you understand $400,000?
Yeah, that guy at the gas station was not wrong.
I ain't gonna kill an elephant to get it.
What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with you? You must punch your best friend in the nose. You yell at that sweet doctor who looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy. You're playing hoochie-coo with me under the table, and all the time you're trying to figure out how to make this right, no matter what happens.
Yeah, he does kind of look like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Kinda. I mean, I look more like the Pillsbury Doughboy than him, but there's a slight resemblance.
Where the hell are they? They should be here by now. Hello, Buford, you old sugar. Is that you, Gaylord? You bet your little belly button it is. But that's just fine. Now, where the hell is Reggie? I think I hear him coming now.
So now, with about 20 minutes left in the film, we're introduced to Buford T. Justice's brothers, Reggie and Gaylord. And they're all played by Jackie Gleeson.
Oh, Buford thinks he's sucking me into something, but it ain't gonna happen.
So, Buford T. Justice said that his brothers brought extra men to go after Bandit. If I had to guess, Reggie brought other Mounties, and Gaylord brought a lot of flamboyant men, I guess. I can't help but wonder why any of these people care about any of this. Reggie brought a bunch of Canadian law enforcement officers, so why are international police going after Bandit?
I got me one lined up.
Whoa. Holy moly. Whoa. Wait, what? I know they're showing that everyone is surviving all of these horrible accidents, but come on.
Yes! Just move over towards me. We'll have us a mounted sandwich.
Okay, that guy should be dead. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That guy should be dead.
What is the matter with you two idiots? You act like she's human.
Okay, so I guess Bandit learned the valuable lesson that animals have feelings.
I'm sorry.
You're not getting away from the bandit, you son of a bitch.
Now, I guess we'll go back to doing what I do best. Show off.
Why did that seem like a cliffhanger ending? That was Smokey and the Bandit 2. Okay, the elephant had the baby, but they didn't make it to Dallas. And they burned through the $200,000 that Big Enos and Little Enos gave them. Aren't they going to want their money back because they didn't get the elephant to Dallas? And Buford T. Justice commandeered a Greyhound bus to go after Bandit. And why was Buford T. Justice after Bandit at all? I assume they're playing outtakes during the credits, because that way you leave laughing and not thinking about how a lot of the film was unresolved and doesn't make sense. That was not as good as the first one. But this tried to do, I think, too much. I don't know, it just didn't really work for me. There's a third film, so I don't know if any of this gets brought up, because I don't think Burt Reynolds is in it very much. But yeah, I guess anyway, that was Smokey and the Bandit 2.
Is that you, Gaylord? You bet your little belly button it is.